Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. Before we get to horns, I want to let you know that in September we'll have lots more player breakdowns with advanced stats. We'll get back on the court to do some more skills breakdown because the shooting one went over so amazingly well. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and circle us on Google+. A great conversation there every day. Are you an NFL fan? Because if you are, you should try this fantasy league that you can do once a week or whatever weeks you want to do it. It's free and you can win $1,000. So it's pretty cool and you don't have to do the grind of a 16-week NFL season. There are 16 weeks in the NFL, right? I don't even know. Well, sit back and relax and don't forget at B-Ball Breakdown, we're not a channel, we're a conversation. Say it with me. You in? Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. I'm very excited to show you horns, the offensive set that I go crazy about on Twitter to the point where I'll cap it when you see it. And I want to show you how it works because a lot of you guys are going to watch every team in the NBA run this at least a few times every game. So let's talk a little bit about the basic formation and how this works. Horns always starts out with a point guard on top, 2 high posts, and 2 corners, which is why I know right away when the play starts that they're running horns. The basic entry we start with normally is a point guard will throw the ball to the high post. At this point, he has a choice. He can go strong side or weak side. So we're going to show you the strong side cut first. He's going to come around here. Now stop right there. This might look a little bit like pinch post like we use in the triangle offense because it is. It doesn't always come back to him here. In fact, it's always going to be a screen in the corner. Every once in a while, you might see a quick little handoff and he tries to go, but that's much rarer than you think. So this triggers the cut around here to the corner. The corner guy takes a screen and wraps around and curls to the weak side, okay? So right now, all we've had is a bit of a 3-man game on this side of the court. The typical play, if he doesn't get the ball in that curl, is he's going to now screen a baseline screen for the guy in the corner who goes through. Okay, now stop there. Once he screens, we're going to get a screen from the high post down here. Now this is called flex, which is the other beauty of this. It's screen the screener. Let me just talk about the dribble pitch because it's one of my favorite plays of all time. The original pick and roll, before there was a pick and roll, was called dribble pitch, which means, show us that one more time. Ball in the high post, we're going to do it here to the corner. He takes a dribble and tosses it to him and it's going to roll this way. It's basically a moving screen and roll, but it's legal. So let's show that all in real time. High post entry, pinch post cut, down screen through a curl. We have a weak side flat curl here. He's looking. There's the down screen, the screener, and nails that shot. I can guarantee you, if you get the ball to that guy to shoot it, he'll be open every single time. Another great option out of horns is when the point guard enters the ball to the high post and then goes to the weak side. You get some really cool flex action, great spacing, great movement. So let's watch what that looks like. Sandro's going to enter the ball to the high post on the left side and go to the right side away from the ball. So watch what happens here. He cuts off. Now slow down here. Same kind of action, which is why it's so versatile, is because it's a lot of flow, a lot of the same things happening. Screen in the corner, and he's going to curl just like he would normally curl. Now here, there might be a pass from the high post in there. Let's say it's guarded. Now we have the flex action. Screen the screener. Here we're going to have Sandro come up. He's going to dive to the front of the rim, and they're going to nail a bullet to the corner for the shot. So this will look a lot like what Memphis does. So what happens in an 82-game schedule is you play horns a lot and you experiment, and eventually you find which actions work the best for your personnel, and that's why this is so good. There's so many options you can play off of this. So you might have a great shooter there, you might have a great shooter in that corner, and you can work on these things to get those shots every time. And so let's see that in real time. High post entry, he comes around here. Almost, he gets a little brush screen there. Screen the screener on the weak side. Here it comes, the dive, and a bullet to the corner, and look at that. Boom. another option is the double ball screen. If you have a dynamic point guard that can really bring it and really attack the rim, you can do this option a lot. So as he brings the ball up, both high posts come and face each other, and he can choose which side he wants to go. So after that screen and roll happens, look at this, all of this real estate you have here. You got shooter spotted up, waiting for one of those guys to help out so he can kick it. He's got all the room in the world to break his man down, and then he's going to have a guy rolling, attacking the basket. So it's a real great way if you've got a Chris Paul or another really good point guard like Rondo. This is a great option for them. So they come up, both of them come up, fakes one way, goes to the right, gets all the way to the hoop, and finishes at the basket. Beautiful stuff. Now, show us one more time, and I'm going to demonstrate here. Same thing, but this time we're going to have a guy on the corner man, and he's going to do the wrong thing. He's going to help out one pass away. So I'm going to guard him. Watch the same thing, double ball screen, gets his man in between. Uh-oh, I better help, he's wide open. Boom, there it is. Splash. That shot is what gets some guys a living. Guys like Cephalosha make $8 or $9 million a year because their men will help one pass away, and they get him the ball in the corner to knock that three-point shot down. One of my favorite options out of horns is what the Warriors do with Steph Curry to get the elevator screen. So watch this, this is really great stuff. So we start the same way we did with the opposite cut when the ball goes to the high post. So entry the ball to the high post here, we're gonna go opposite to the weak side. Now this is the same as what we did before like we showed you. He comes around and sets a screen to the inside to the baseline, or to the curl. So he curls around here. Now, here's where it comes different. He puts his head under the basket. After the screen, he's going to pop up high and wide, and they're going to hit him here. Now, I can guarantee you, after coming around that screen, looking for the ball, screening on the inside, and popping out, he is going to be wide open because his man is going to be so concerned with everything else, no one's going to be worrying about him. Well, once that ball goes there, the two high post guys form the elevator. And all he's going to do is run straight through the middle like Steph Curry, and the elevator doors will close. Boom, there's the shot, and he nails it every time. So, let's see that in real time because this is what they call the elevator option. High post entry, weak side cut. Here comes that inside screen, the curl. He's wide, elevator play, doors close, boom. So for our last option of the horns, I want to show you what the Celtics used to do in the 60s called the high post split. You see this happen quite often in the NBA now off of a lot of different sets, and it certainly works very well off of horns. So it's very simple. It starts with the point guard dribbling over to the open wing. Now we have a nice alignment here, which is a little bit like the triangle offense, and very simply, the high post guy will step out in the NBA and give it to him. In the NBA, if you're a 6'10", 6'11", big guy, and you're on the high post and you step out to there, you'll be open. No one is going to come out here and deny that pass. Very few teams or players. Now what we have is a split. He comes down here and screens. He's going to curl just like our normal horns cut. If he's open, great. Now we're going to do a dribble pitch here. We have a down screen on the weak side. He catches the ball, either he can shoot it or he kicks it there. I guarantee you if he gets the ball that far in the offense, it's going to be a splash. So this is very easily triggered by him simply dribbling over. Dribble over, everyone snaps into place, he pops out. Here comes the high post split, dribble pitch. Here comes the down screen on the weak side. There's the shot, beautiful, absolutely great timing, and look at that. I tell you right now, he's going to be wide open on that shot if you get that far on the offense. And you can see how every little iteration, every little pass, every little cut is an opportunity to score, which is why you have to be ready to score in offenses like this. So that was the high post split, one of my other favorite options out of the horns. So that wraps up what we want to show you. There's a lot of options, a myriad. You won't even see a quarter of them run in the NBA. And you can hopefully see out of this where there's a lot more action you can get. So stay tuned for lots more coming up at B-Ball Breakdown. And don't forget, we're not a channel, we're a conversation. You in?